From Lionel Messi's penalty miss during the best season of his life, to Kolo Muani's aborted stoppage time winner versus Argentina in the World Cup, these are 8 career-ending mistakes in football. 8. Loris Karius. Alright, let me break down this wild story for you. Do we remember the Liverpool versus Real Madrid showdown in the 2018 Champions League final? The Reds were on a roll that year, scoring goals left and right like it was nobody's business, thanks to the trio of Mane, Salah and Firmino. Plus, they had Van Dijk at the back, who made their defence look rock solid. But then, the unexpected happened. Salah, their star player, got an injury early on, and Liverpool's luck seemed to dwindle. And that's when all eyes turned to Karius, the guy guarding the net. As the game unfolded, Karius found himself in the spotlight for all the wrong reasons. First, he made a costly mistake, giving away a goal to Real Madrid. And just when Liverpool managed to claw their way back into the game, Karius struck again, gifting Madrid another goal. It was a nightmare scenario for him and the team. After the final whistle blew, Karius claimed he was concussed, blaming Sergio Ramos for the injury. But despite his explanation, Liverpool didn't give him another chance to redeem himself. Karius never wore the Liverpool jersey again after that fateful night. That's a tough pill to swallow for Karius, no doubt about it. In football, one moment of lapse can overshadow all your hard work and talent. But hey, that's the game we love. Full of highs and lows, triumphs and setbacks. 1 minute you're the hero, the next, well, you know how it goes. 7. Steven Gerrard. Alright man, still on Liverpool. So, back in the 2013-14 season, Liverpool and their main man Steven Gerrard were going all out to snatch that Premier League trophy. Now, Gerrard was basically the face of Liverpool at the time, and the guy had won almost everything except the league title. He came close in 2009 but fell short by just 5 points. Fast forward to 2014, with just 3 games left, Liverpool was so close they could almost taste it. All they needed was a win against Chelsea and they'd be one step closer to ending a 24-year drought. Anfield was packed to the brim with fans, hyped up for the occasion. But then, disaster struck. Gerrard, trying to control the ball, slipped and watched in horror as Chelsea seized the opportunity to score. It was a gut-wrenching moment because everyone knew the title hopes were slipping away right there and then. In the end, Liverpool lost the game 2-0, and after a 3-3 draw with Crystal Palace, Manchester City swooped in to claim the league title. Gerrard stuck around for one more season but eventually bid farewell to Liverpool in 2015. Despite that infamous slip, he's still remembered as a legend. I mean, the guy even got a farewell match at Anfield the following season. But yeah, that slip, it became a viral hashtag on Twitter. Tough break. But hey, legends have their ups and downs, right? Gerrard might have had a rough outing against Chelsea, but he's not alone in facing adversity on the pitch. Kolo Muani had it worse in the best football competition in the world. 6. Kolo Muani. Alright, let's rewind to the 2022 World Cup final between France and Argentina, where Kolo Muani had a shot at glory. So, it went like this. France and Argentina hustling it out. Tied at 3-3 after extra time. Talk about intense. Then, out of nowhere, comes this golden opportunity for France to seal the deal. The Argentine defence slips up, and there's Muani, one-on-one with the keeper. You could feel the tension in the stadium, man. But here's the plot twist. Muani missed the mark. Can you believe it? Talk about a heart-stopping moment. The French fans were almost beginning to pop the champagne, but man, it just wasn't meant to be. And you know what's even crazier? Months later, Muani confesses that he replays that moment in his head every single night before he goes to bed. Poor guy, that miss is going to haunt him for a long time. It's like one of those what-if scenarios that you just can't shake off, you know? Let's see another what-if moment in the World Cup. 5. Asamoah Gyan. So, this moment had a whole continent holding its breath. Well, that's none other than Asamoah Gyan's penalty kick at the 2010 World Cup. Ghana were carrying the hopes of an entire continent on their shoulders as they battled their way to the quarter-finals. No African team had ever gone beyond that stage before, so you can imagine the excitement and pressure, right? And then, boom! Luis Suarez gets sent off for a handball in the box. Then Gyan steps up to take the penalty. That was a real make or break moment. But here's the kicker though. Gyan misses. Can you believe it? The weight of the whole continent on his shoulders, and he cracks under pressure. Ghana went on to lose in the shootout, and that dream of making history slipped away. A tough pill to swallow for Gyan and the entire Ghanaian team. That tournament will always be remembered as a missed opportunity for Ghana, a moment of what could have been. But again, that's football for you, full of highs and heartbreaking lows. 4. Nicolas Anelka. Okay, man, let's go back to the 2008 Champions League final in Moscow, where Nicolas Anelka had a moment he'd rather forget. So, it's Chelsea versus Manchester United, and the game ends in a nail-biting 1-1 draw. It was a really tense moment. At the end of the day, everything came down to penalties. And for Chelsea, the pressure was on big time, especially since the final was happening in the backyard of their owner, Roman Abramovich. I mean, imagine the situation. John Terry had the chance to seal the deal for Chelsea, but fate had other plans. He misses, hits the post, and suddenly it's game on again. Then Anelka steps up, but sadly he misses, and United took the win home. Talk about a gut-wrenching moment. That miss took a toll on Anelka, and his career never quite reached the same heights after that. He bid farewell to Chelsea 3 years later and hung up his boots for good in 2019. Penalties, man, they can make or break a player's career in an instant. Talk about another heartbreaking moment, Gonzalo Higuain versus Germany in the 2014 World Cup final. Higuain was totally responsible for the Argentines' heartbreak when Argentina faced Germany in the 2014 World Cup final. Leading up to the Higuain moment, Argentina had been going head-to-head with Germany in the biggest game of the tournament. The tension was so thick you could cut it with a knife. Then, out of nowhere, an opportunity presents itself for Gonzalo Higuain. The ball bounces his way and he's one-on-one with the keeper. This was it. The chance to put Argentina in the lead against their biggest rivals on the grandest stage of them all. But, well, you won't believe it. Higuain misses. Can you imagine the agony? Instead of being consoled, he became the most hated man in Argentina at that moment and after. To make matters worse, Germany went on to snatch the victory in extra time. Higuain tried his best to move on from that blunder, but it haunted him. After 2016, he never wore the Argentina jersey again. Tough break, man. Higuain still gets a lot of flack for that miss till this day. But hey, it's not easy being in the spotlight, especially in moments like that. So maybe people need to cut him a bit of slack, just like they did for Messi in the UCL semi-final versus Chelsea. 2. Lionel Messi. I think it's common knowledge that the 2012 season for Lionel Messi was his best ever season. I mean, the guy was on fire, scoring and assisting goals left, right and centre. He was basically competing with entire teams in the goal-scoring department. But then, the Champions League semi-finals rolled in, and Messi and Barcelona had some serious work to do after losing to Chelsea in the first leg. They managed to claw their way back, going 2-0 up on the night, and then, bam! Messi gets a chance from the penalty spot to seal the deal and send Barca to the final. But guess what? He hits the bar. Can you believe it? Even the greatest of all time can have a slip-up. After hitting the bar, the game ended 2-2, and the indomitable Barca team was knocked out by Chelsea, who went on to lift their first ever Champions League trophy. But truth be told though, Messi wasn't the only GOAT missing from the spot that week. Ronaldo did the same thing for Real Madrid, and it was like a double whammy for the Spanish giants. Cristiano Ronaldo, onto the last one. So, back in 2012, like I said, Messi was tearing it up on the pitch, no doubt about it. But when it came to club football, Real Madrid, under the leadership of Jose Mourinho, was on a whole nother level. I'm talking breaking records left and right in La Liga, with the most points and wins in history. They were like a well-oiled machine, except for one thing, winning the Champions League. Against Bayern Munich in the semis, it was a match for the ages. The game ended in a thrilling 3-3 draw on aggregate and went down to a penalty shootout. Now CR7, the man, the myth, the legend, stepped up to take the crucial penalty. You'd think any Madrid fan watching would be feeling pretty confident, right? But plot twist, CR7 blanks it. To cut the long story short, Madrid lost the shootout on their own turf, and Mourinho, despite the epic season, always looks back on it as a missed opportunity. Ouch, talk about painful stuff. But hey, Mourinho took that setback, bounced back, and went on to manage Chelsea, Manchester United, Spurs, and even Roma in Italy. But that's not the only thing he did. The guy has already subscribed to Scorezone, and he's a real fan. If you want to be as cool as him, hit that subscribe button and welcome to the team. Cheers.